the second question of Civil Procedure Code, which is dealing with the rule of sub judice. The question is, what is the rule of sub judice in relation to civil proceedings? When we talk about sub judice, remember, the more or less the rule is like the doctrine of res judicata, which is discussed under section 11. Okay, so here the rule of sub judice is given under section 10. The scope of this rule is given in section 10 of Civil Procedure Code. The first thing कि why we are discussing section 10, what is sub judice? Court shall not try. Section 10 starts with court shall not try. It means under section 10 there is a bar to try a suit. Court shall not try a suit in the civil courts, and the reason behind कि why they are not going to try a suit, there are two objects कि why such kind of rule is given in the Civil Procedure Code. The first thing, the object of section 10 is to prevent courts of concurrent jurisdiction. The first requirement is there are concurrent jurisdiction from simultaneously trying two parallel cases in respect to same matter in the issue. Okay, so there are two objects. The first one, avoid wasting court resources and avoid conflicting decision. We can understand the concept with one example. Suppose A filed a suit for the possession of a house against B. Okay, in a civil court of Jaipur, A filed a suit against B for the recovery of the possession of a house. Okay, now A again filed a suit in the similar jurisdiction of another court for the possession of the same house against the B, where the parties are same, the right claimed was same, both the courts, the previous one and the second one, both the courts are having similar jurisdiction. Okay, the same relief is asked by the parties. Okay, so in such a situation, court shall not try the second suit. Okay, you are having a right to institute a suit in the court, but court again is having a right not to try your second suit. Why? Because the same suit is pending in a competent court, in the same court or in the another jurisdiction. Okay, this is the reason it is a rule to avoid the different or the conflicting decision of the two courts on the same matter. Okay, why? Because if one court is deciding a case between A and B relating to the possession of the house, the same suit cannot be tried by the another court between A and B relating to the possession of the house. Okay, so stop to prevent, to avoid conflicting decision, court shall not try the second one. Okay, now what are the conditions given in the act, given in the code relating to the res sub judice? There are few conditions. Remember, the matter in issue, it means subject matter. Here we are talking about the subject matter. There must be same subject matter in the both these suits. Then court shall not try the second one. Okay, subsequent suit shall not be tried by the court. For example, but remember, suppose there is a different subject matter, there is a different right claimed by the parties. For example, I filed my first suit against my tenant for the eviction of house. Okay, I filed a first suit for the eviction. Again, after a few days, I filed the second suit against my tenant for trespass. Okay, I can file this. Then we cannot apply the doctrine of res sub judice on the second one. Why? Because in the previous one, the main right which was claimed, it was the eviction. In the second suit, the right claimed by me, it was trespass. Okay, so in that case we cannot apply section 10 doctrine of res sub judice. So what is the first requirement? In both the cases there must be similar subject matter, same subject matter. Second thing, previously instituted suit must be pending. For section 10, the first case must be pending. It is mandatory. Okay, the first case is pending in a competent court. Okay, for what? For relief claimed in the suit, for okay, relief, for that relief. Okay, now that relief is not granted by the previous court, and that's why the case is pending in the court. So first requirement, the similar subject matter in both these suits. Second, the case is pending. Third, the similar parties. The third is similar parties or similar parties claiming under the same title. For example, suppose first suit is filed by A against B and the second suit is filed by A's legal representative. A is dead now. Okay, but A's legal representative is filing a suit. It will be considered under section 10. Okay, they are claiming under the same title. Suppose I am the owner, after my death my son is going to file a suit, then it will be covered under this section. Okay, so first thing, same subject matter, court of same jurisdiction, then parties similar in both these suits. Then remember, there is one exception. The first exception, ki pendency of suit in foreign court does not activate section 10. It means suppose between the same parties one suit is pending in a foreign court, we cannot consider it under section 10. It is not a pending suit. Okay, so remember section 10 is talking about the pending suit. Okay, but if a pending suit is outside India, not established by the government of India, in any foreign court, then we cannot apply section 10. Okay, for the purpose of institution, the date of presentation of plaint and not the date of admission is considered. When the case was presented, the date of presentation, then we can decide. Maybe the date of presentation and date of admission are different in both the suit. So where the first it was presented, then it will be considered the first suit, the first plaint. Okay, and if suppose if the first suit is filed by the person, again the second suit filed by the person, and the second suit is decided by the court by avoiding the doctrine of res sub judice, the decree will be null and void. It will not have any effect in any matter. So kindly remember this section. Under this section, if there is any decree passed in violation of section 10, it will be definitely null and void. So section 10 is dealing with the pending suit, where the suit is pending, and remember it is talking about the court shall not try. It means institution of suit is not barred, but the trial of suit is barred under section 10 if the first suit is pending between the same parties for the same subject matter, for the same relief in a court of competent jurisdiction. Then court shall try the first one as per the date of presentation, not the second one or subsequent suit. For Hindi version, you can subscribe our channel Suvidya. In our next class, we will discuss the next questions. Thank you so much.